What's up guys, Sal here. So the Galaxy A82 is the direct successor to the Galaxy A80, that rotating motorized camera smartphone from Samsung. They never launched the Galaxy A81 for some reason, but the A82 will follow in the footsteps of the A80 from 2019. It's unclear whether or not Samsung is gonna use the same motorized camera setup for this phone, but today we have the camera details of this new handset. Galaxy Club has found details that Samsung will use a 64 megapixel Sony IMX686 as their main camera sensor for the Galaxy A82. It's weird because Samsung has their own 64 megapixel ISOCELL GW1 sensor, the one they implemented on the recently announced Galaxy A52 and A72. So it's not clear why they are resorting to a Sony sensor on this phone, but anyway, it's not a bad thing that they are using a Sony sensor. Arguably, some of the Sony sensors are better than Samsung's own ISOCELL sensors, and on top of that, this IMX686 was used by OnePlus on the OnePlus 7T Pro. So it is a good sensor even by 2021 standards, but we'll have to wait and see how exactly it compares to the latest phones of 2021. The Galaxy A82 will use Snapdragon 855 Plus according to the league benchmark. It will have a quantum random number generator chip inside for South Korean variants only, and the price is expected to be in the $600 to $700 range. Samsung is expected to launch the handset in April. Remember, there was a rumor that Sony will launch a 1-inch camera sensor for smartphones, and Huawei P50 Pro will be the first one to use the technology. Turns out that's not the case. The rumor was baseless according to Ice Universe. Samsung's newly launched 50 megapixel ISOCELL GN2 sensor will hold that title for the entire year. He adds that the sensor will first appear on a Xiaomi handset that will be released towards the end of March. Samsung has plans to shake up its 2021 product portfolio and release strategy in a number of big ways. First, they launched the Galaxy S21 a month earlier than usual, then they said they will skip the Galaxy Note 21 altogether for this year. The Galaxy Note will make a comeback next year though. The company also held a dedicated Unpacked event for the first time to launch a mid-range Galaxy A handset. And now Samsung's mini roadmap for the year 2021 has been leaked, which shows some surprises. As you can see, 17th March was the Unpacked event day for the A52 and A72. The next Unpacked event will apparently happen next month on 14th of April, and it's gonna be for PCs. Again, it's unusual for Samsung to keep a PC Unpacked event, but it seems they are doing it because their next laptops are rumored to have the new ARM-based Exynos chipset with AMD graphics, making it the debut of AMD graphics on Samsung products. That's a big deal to Samsung because graphics is the only thing holding them back from taking over Qualcomm and Apple. So hopes are high, but we'll have to wait and see if Samsung AMD deal can actually live up to the hype. By the way, if you're wondering, the Galaxy Z Fold 3 is also expected to have the same AMD graphics. Coming back to the roadmap, Samsung will launch the Galaxy Tab S7 Lite in June and Galaxy A22 in July, while the Galaxy Fan Edition Unpacked event will be held in August. Interestingly, for some reason, the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and Z Flip 3 are notably absent from this mini roadmap, along with the Galaxy A82 and Galaxy Tab S8. Well, that's because it's a partial roadmap, and it certainly doesn't mean they're not launching these devices. Of course, for all the latest updates on smartphone technology, do consider subscribing, and as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.